So we're going to talk about friendship today, and John and I are a perfect example of friendship. But before I introduce ourselves, I was thinking about there's a song, "Friendship, Friendship, It's a Perfect Friendship," but all the soon forgot.
Don't know the song.
You know, you do know the song.
No, don't know it.
Okay,
Never
well,
heard it.
that's another issue that you're dealing with. Anyway, anyway, welcome to our vlog again. I'm Art Kirsch, and this is my partner,
John Coleman.
and we're going to be talking about friendship.
Friendship. You know what friendship is about? Making each other laugh. That's what a good friendship is.
Well, then we've got a pretty good friendship because we do a lot of laughing.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. When you brought up the topic, I said, well, what are we going to talk about? I mean, yeah, we're friends, and we have been both, many of the same ones, running organizations
Right.
together and making new industry friends.
Sure.
And not so much social clubs, although there are a lot of people who just belong to that. But I was thinking about when I was ages 8, 9, 10, I had the best friends in the world. I was confined to my home for a while. I had a problem with my leg, which all got better. But every day Lloydie would come over to my house. We've known each other since kindergarten.
Wow.
And I remember that we moved away probably when I was about 13.
You lost track.
And we lost track.
Yeah.
And for some reason, like about a year before we lost track, Lloydie and I had the biggest fight. The biggest fight. I mean, we punched each other out. We were just kids. We didn't even probably know what we were fighting about. And we lost touch. And I just figured, you know, with Vietnam in between everything else,
right.
maybe he died, maybe I died, you know, who knew? But I started searching for him probably about 15 years ago. And there was a rumor he might have been a doctor and or something like that. So anyway, the interesting thing was because of the internet, I saw that there was a high school reunion of the high school he went to, and I sent a note to them and said, "Does anybody know Lloydie?"
Really?
And
Really?
I got a
great.
response about a week later from his cousin,
Wow.
who put us in touch, and we haven't seen each other, but he's still in New York. He became an attorney, and the way funny things are, he knew very well through the legal profession, very close friends of ours who were godparents of their children. He and Stan crossed the paths all the time. And about a year or so after I moved out of Merrick, New York, where I had been on the school board for 9 years, everybody knew my name. About a year or two later, he moved into the same neighborhood
Isn't that
I had
fascinating?
moved out of when I moved to California.
Isn't that
Because he didn't see my name there either.
So how many years was it between before you got back in touch?
Probably 50,
Wow.
55 years.
Isn't that something?
But we picked up just like we left off, just
Yeah.
like I have college
Yeah.
buddies that maybe we speak once every 2 years.
Yeah.
We had a house plan in my college. We all thought we were, you know, the baddest and worst. Of course, we were because we were the animal house because the year after most of us graduated, they disbanded the house plan. But I found them by accident on Facebook, as it turns out.
Oh, that's great.
And there are about 8 or 9 of us who are in touch, and they're all over the place from Australia. But the kind of friends that you could pick up the phone and just
50
continue
years
the
later, like
conversation.
nothing happened.
Right.
Yeah. I think that's important, and those are really good friends when you have friends like that. I've got a bunch of friends from high school and college like that. Went back to my college reunion this year, which is back east, and here we are in California. So it was a big deal to go back east. And just wonderful to see them all again. The guys that I knew real well, the guys that I didn't know so well, but just, it was a relatively small school, so we all knew each other. And just wonderful to see them again and to hear their stories. Really terrific. But I was thinking, friendship for older people, all right? You're over 50. Not everybody, but a lot of people get lonesome. Yeah, it might be a widower. You move to a new place, so you go to a retirement home, who knows what. People need friends. I think human beings need other human beings contact. So, if maybe you're not so old and you want to befriend or make friends with somebody who is old and needs a friend, that'd be a great idea. Or if you're an older person, you shouldn't be scared, shouldn't be reticent about introducing yourself, making a new friend. As in your middle age and you're growing up, you kind of make friends easily. You hang out at some place, whether it's school or business or whatever, you end up talking to people eventually. But that's not always the case when you're over 50, particularly if you're not working, if you're not in a workplace. So I think it's important for people to reach out and actively make friends, be a friend, find common activities, and make each other laugh.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting. I probably, and I feel very fortunate, have a lot of friends, but I have at least a half a dozen that if somebody called me in the middle of the night and said, I need help,
Sure.
I'd be there.
Yeah.
And they would be there for me.
Yeah.
And these are the same kind of friends that you pick up the phone and you continue the conversation
Yes.
that you left off 2 years ago without skipping a beat. And
Yeah.
to me, that's sort of like the enjoyment in life. And every day I enjoy, quite frankly, if not making a lifelong friend, but being friendly with somebody
Yeah.
and say maybe giving them a compliment.
Well, it's an attitude of life, isn't it?
I think so.
Just being friendly, whether you're going to make a friend out of them or not, just being a friendly person. The world needs more of that. So you can leave these folks with some good advice, like be friendly.
Yeah. So until next time, this is Art Kirsch and my partner
John Coleman.
saying we are going to continue laughing and enjoying our friendship. Make friends with us. We're fun people.
You're fun people.
I am a fun
Okay.
You're a fun people too.
Well, we laugh a lot.
We do. Are we continue to roll here?
No, we
All
can
right.
stop
You sure
it.
you don't wanna roll?
You can fade out.